name is Danny Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up at Wise Up Horizon and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and a community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me, you don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Danny, she got me there.
Georgia Smith!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's going to know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you going to help the people you want to help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaker coach is somebody who's going to be the hands at your back.
Wow, Danny made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing. What an amazing journey. Oh my goodness me, I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow. It has been the full shot of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. Community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How you feeling?
It felt like I'd picked up this really enormous thing. That was awesome. Epic. Phenomenal. It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating.
Went fast.
It felt amazing.
Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on a stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Danny, you will not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant, the atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and it was smashing.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Danny, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that we do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to the short Wise Up Show. I hope you are all good this morning. Excuse the wind chime. I've got a wind chime behind me. And the reason I've got a wind chime behind me is because, so some of you may know, my cousin is Sarah Stone from The Incredible. She has the incredible Creative Feng Shui. And she does things like activating vision boards, and she does feng shui for houses to set you up for success, for health, for good relationships, all that sort of stuff. So when I moved into my house, Sarah was like, Danny, according to your chart, she knows how to read these charts, like a wind chime would be really good for you in this particular corner of your bedroom. However, last night, there was a lot that went on. There was a lot that went on here. It was like witching hour, right? I don't know if anyone saw my status. It was about 1:30 in the morning. My whole house, all kids and the dogs and Wallace were up having a brew because we'd given up on sleeping. There was something about, did anybody else feel like this? Like, by the way, last night, I put out a status and loads of you was like, yeah, Danny, like, I'm just wide awake. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what it was. And it was a new moon a couple of days ago. Like, what the hell was it? Not only that, we had an invasion. So where we live, it's like sort of suburbsy. And we had an invasion of Daddy Longlegs, a proper, like, I went into Poppy's room, which is the room facing the garden, and there were tens of them. I don't know if this big Daddy Long Leg meet up or something like that. There was a whole situation, but it was long. Anyway, so we had this on the window because we had the window wide open, so it was red hot. You can't really hear it because it's against it's against the wall, but it was just this, as well as not being able to sleep. So Wallace took it off and put it on the top there. So how are we all doing from home today? If you're watching from home, you're working from home, so you can tune in. Yes, Amy Mantle, huge love to you. Can't wait to see you at Be Inspired, my darling. Jojo saying, Bees, if have you got your ticket? If not, I've got a cheeky prize draw because I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Be Inspired, change my life. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you. It is 3 weeks until Be Inspired. It makes me feel so sick. There's been tears. There's been all sorts of stuff going on in the background just because it's the biggest event I've ever put on. The biggest event I've ever put on. And the amount of work that's gone into it at this point in time, I'm just like, oh God, I can't wait to deliver it. I can't wait to deliver. There's so much emotion that's tied up in putting on an event like this. I cannot wait to see those of you that are coming along, to see you in the room. And also, I know loads of you have actually got your tickets to watch from home because you can't make it to Manchester on the Thursday and the Friday. So I just can't wait to show you what we have been creating in the background for the last few months for you. You are going to have your socks knocked off. So if you haven't got your ticket, the address is just along the bottom there, imthequeenbee.co.uk/events, or see any one of our affiliates who might have a little cheeky little offer for you. I know Jojo Smith definitely does, so go and check that out with her. So we are here, sliding into the DMs of the weekend. It is Friday, everybody. I am flying to you on very little sleep. Feel a little bit emotional this week. I'm not going to lie to you. I've had a little cry this week. If anybody saw my live from the car, do you know what was really nice yesterday? It was just actually going live from my car and sharing in a way that felt a little bit more intimate, I guess, is probably the way to put it. So for years and years and years, I've always gone live from my car, putting my makeup on, talking about the scrapes that I've been getting into, what I've been getting up to, all this sort of stuff. And doing the show is, it's one of my favorite things to do. But being in the car just felt a little bit closer. So it was nice, a little nice change in dynamic yesterday, being live in the car, talking to you about the fact that I'm making some conscious decisions with regards to my health, right? And I talked to you about this last Monday. But one of the things that I was finding more and more is this sort of reticence to share, this fear of sharing in case somebody was like, oh, well, Danny's not about body confidence anymore, or she's not loving herself, so she's not really kind of living the values that she's sharing with us. And actually, it's nothing to do with that, and everything to do with the fact that I have got some real health issues that I've had some blood tests come through. I was not back for life insurance, and the very thought that my family wouldn't be able to be protected because of my blood test results, what came back in my blood test results, and my BMI, those two things in conjunction meant that my family weren't covered for everything that we need coverage for, was like a shock for me, a frightening thing for me. So I've been making some conscious decisions to sort out how well I'm looking after myself. And one of the things that really resonated with me, what's going round and round and round in my mind, is I'm trying to lip read as I'm with some friends on holiday, won't be staying, but your win, we finally completed on the house. Leanne Elliott, yes, congratulations to you. So one of the key things that I'm sort of repeating for myself again and again and again is that hate and health don't live in the same space, right? The words hate and the word health don't live in the same space. You can only love yourself healthy. Yeah, spite and anger and shame might get you there quicker, but will it allow you to hold on to the things you want to with regard to your health? Chances are no. So the idea is that I'm just going to love myself healthy. What does that mean? Does that mean, oh, I really love chocolate cake, I'll eat that? It's no, I love myself, so I'm going to make some better food choices. I've decided, well, I've not decided, I've kind of had my hand forced, that drinking can no longer be a part of my life, and that's not because there was any sort of problem drinking. I think that some of the things that are going on with me right now are a hangover from when I did used to drink too much, and the way that my liver functions and all of that sort of stuff. So, when I spoke to the doctor about these blood test results, they were like, oh, do you drink to excess? And I was like, well, most people do. What does that look like, drinking to excess? But I have been noticing lately that I don't want to drink as much as I did. I just don't. I don't feel like it. I don't fancy it. The other thing is that when I did drink, Wallace would be like laughing at me, saying, "Danny, are you even enjoying that drink? Because you're making noises like you're holding your breath when you're drinking." And I think, well, yeah, I was kind of enjoying it, but not really. So is that something that I need to do? Is that loving myself? It's just drinking for drinking's sake. So I think that's really that's going to make an impact as well. So yeah, if anyone had caught the live that I did yesterday, this is not about me shaming myself or being ashamed of myself or whatever, and everything to do with the fact that I am not, or have not been, in a place where I've been as healthy as I possibly could be, and I need to make some decisions. So I decided to, outside of the show, share a little bit of that journey, what that looks like. So yesterday I went for a swim. So I've been for a swim a couple of times this week, and that's one of the wins that I'm sharing. So one of the wins here at TQB HQ is a personal win for me. It is this real commitment that I've made to myself to look after myself. Is to put not the gas mask on, fuck me, don't do that, to put the oxygen mask on first before trying to sort of run around and help other people. So fingers crossed that's going to make some impact. Well, I can't say fingers crossed because it's a mathematical equation. If I look after myself, I will feel better. So if anyone is following that journey, it's not something that I'm going to create a community about. It's not something that I'm going to like specifically say, hey, do you want to join this little space? We'll do this together. I will be sharing it out on my personal profile. And if anybody wants to kind of join in that journey and just form ourselves out there, you're more than welcome. Emma, what are you saying? Emma Holt, my darling. This is so right, hon. Loving yourself means treating yourself kindly. Looking after your health is so important. Yes, yeah, it is. It is. And this prospect that the insurance company deemed my health to be that they couldn't cover my life would then suggest to me that they don't think I've got the same life expectancy as a healthy person. That for me is petrifying, absolutely petrifying. So there we go. Made those decisions. And it was a bit emotional when I was sharing it yesterday because I was like putting myself first is a difficult thing for me to do. So many of us experience this. We talk about this all the time on the show. So many of us put ourselves last. And if we don't start to put ourselves first, how are we giving that as a great example to our kids? Totally, Abigail saying, totally hear you on this. People think I'm naturally fit as I'm slim, but not anymore. I started to run for the reasons that you said. I have to practice what I preach now and it's working. Yeah, it totally does. Let us check in with Louisa Herridge. Hey, Hive. Hey, Louisa. How's your challenge gone this week? Tell us more about it. I believe you've got a workshop that people can go and get amongst on Monday as well. So please put the link into that so people can go and get amongst it, my darling. Joe's. No shame in taking your health seriously. Yeah, and this is it. A byproduct of this will be that I will lose weight. It will be because looking after myself the way that I have been on by not doing has led me to being a size 22. So if I were to look after myself in a different way, a way that was more health focused, more self-love based, I think naturally that is going to change. You're beautiful any way, inside and out. Yes, this is nothing to do with hating myself right now. It's nothing to do with not like thinking I'm beautiful or anything like that, because I am fit. Anyway, inside and out, I'm in a similar path. Want to be more healthy for me, I feel comfortable running around with my little one and setting a good example. Yes, Amy, love this, Danny. I love you. My personal win, I managed a 3-mile run yesterday morning, a 2-mile run in the evening, do Miles for Refugees challenge. Congratulations. That is a biggie. Congratulations for doing that. What else are we saying? I've been doing the same recently. 2+ husband had a shock this week with his blood pressure, trip to A&E. It scared him into better choices. Yeah, and that is definitely, given the pressure that I find myself under with the work that I do, heading towards huge events that carry great and significant risk, but have great and significant outputs. Plus not looking after myself is a recipe for health disaster, right? It's a recipe for a health disaster. I now advocate that we should all have a to-you list that is solely for us. I love that. Yes, a to-you list, a to-me list. Challenge week has been off the scale. So many breakthroughs, no doubt at all. I am well fit. Yeah, but no. And only getting fitter. And here's the thing, like being fat and being beautiful aren't mutually exclusive. You can be both. It's nothing to do with beauty. This is nothing to do with how I see a little bit of how I see myself in the mirror, but only because I don't fit into the clothes that I'd like to get into and all of that sort of stuff. Anyway, big win this week is that I've been taking active steps towards that. And I'm going to carry that on into next week. Other wins this week. Tickets are ticking along nicely for Be Inspired. If you are sat there and you have gone, oh, I'm going to Be Inspired, you've got the time out of the diary, you've told your friends about it, and you haven't bought your ticket yet, please, for God's sake, buy your ticket. Because you will be so disappointed if these sell out, and they are on their way to selling out. So it's going to be a sellout event. I've got no doubt in my mind. It always does sell out. But if you are sat there thinking, I really want to be in that room in Manchester, you need to make your move now. Otherwise, I think within the next few days, it's going to sell out. So please, 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 if you are really wanting to go to Be Inspired, you can get the watching from home tickets, and if you can't make it, get one of those so you can join in. You could be a part of the action with TV quality streaming of the whole event over the course of the 2 days, plus all of the goodies and the freebies that are in the background as well. All of our guests have got special gifts for you in the back. So not only are you getting these incredible talks, you're getting all this additional value from our guests as well, which is just insane. Bridget, can't wait for Be Inspired, coming along with Kathy Byam. Yes, can't wait to see. I'll hug you all. It was interesting. We were actually thinking about how do we attack this properly. With regards to hugging, because not everybody wants to hug, not everybody wants to kind of have that proximity. Some people can't. Some people have, health issues that they want to kind of protect themselves a little bit more from. So just know that if that is you, we do have badges that say I would love a hug, badges that say I would love some space, and also badges that say I'm medically vulnerable, but if you're vaccinated, I can cuddle. So just to allow for everybody to own their space and really enjoy it as they would like to. So yeah, that is what we're doing. It's very exciting. But if you are sat there thinking, oh yeah, I'm going Be Inspired, I just need to get my ticket, go and get your ticket. If you sit on this, you're going to end up losing out. And I don't want you to. Like, I want you in that room with us. There is going to be, obviously I've been beating the drum back for a few weeks now, but you will see this big momentum wave over the next 3 weeks now on the way to Be Inspired, and then of course directly after. And if any of you are excited about the prospect of being involved in Be Inspired or something like that in the future, we're actually doing our free challenge that we do in the Hive twice a year, mid-October as well. Let's keep your peeps peeled for that. Let's get into it then, my loves. I want to know what your wins are for this week. So wins over here have been the Rockstar Level Up Retreat. We had an incredible time, lots of breakthroughs, a beautiful connection time. It marked the end of mine and Nikki James's work together on that piece of work, and it was a beautiful way to end it. It was just phenomenal. So that was a huge win this week. Other wins have been taking those active, healthy steps towards looking after myself. That's a massive win, and I'm really going to celebrate that. Other wins, Be Inspired, ticking along really nicely. Our speakers are all fired up. Our suppliers, our team, they're all starting to mobilize now. Really, really exciting. Huge, huge wins over that side. So I want to know, get in my comments now, wherever you are, and tell me what your wins are. If you are watching on the Queen Bee Danny page on Facebook, if you're watching on my personal profile, Danny Wallace, I might not be able to see your comments. For some reason, it sometimes doesn't let me. Another huge win this week. LinkedIn lovelies, let me know in the comments if you are on LinkedIn. We need to connect on there, because guess what? Your girl has just been given permission to go live over there. So Wise Up Wednesday specifically are going to be over on LinkedIn as well, giving all of the value, sharing that expertise, sharing more and more of IATQB over there. And that is largely down to the work that the glorious Catherine Ann Byam has been doing with us to raise the profile. So she actually sent me an email late last night. She's just been working tirelessly with our LinkedIn to really elevate the brand, the status of the brand, and all of that over there, and is smashing it over there. So she was actually our guest on Wednesday. She's got a LinkedIn workshop happening next week that you might want to get involved if you want to learn about this, how to get involved. It is a big, like, you're leaving money on the table if you have a business and you're not over there creating some presence. Let's have a little look see. Love the badge idea. I think you can still pass it on if you're vaccinated, though. They certainly told me you can still get it. Yeah, I get it totally. It's still something that we're sort of working out the finer detail of. But yeah, definitely, I'd love a hug or I'd love some space. So people can. I had to answer the door. How dare they interrupt my morning viewing? It's so funny. I love how you watch this like religiously, Jojo. We do love you. Jojo is actually our creative director for the stage and the set. So you're in for a visual treat when you come into the venue, when you see the venue, if you're watching through Zoom. My goal was to get my passport renewal and book flight. Did it? Going to Barcelona. Yeah. Oh my God, there's about 60 of us going to Barcelona now. It's insane. It got big. My wins, Abigail, taking on another associate, amazing. Being conscious about my health and how I'm feeling and working on my business to scale properly. Amazing, amazing, amazing. LinkedIn is on my list of stuff to explore more. Go, please follow Kathy. She's got a workshop, a free workshop that she's doing on it next week to help introduce some of you to it and some of the work that you can be doing. You could pass it on and get it even with both jobs. My brother-in-law just had it. Kay, interesting. We will have a look at it. I think maybe even if we just do that, you know, I'd love some space or I'd love a hug, might be enough. Can we just? I've not said anything yet, Danielle, because it's not my place to. Just got through the first week back at school yesterday and managed a peaceful brew in bed at 7 a.m. with both girls still fast asleep. That is plural, which means we can say Danielle Hanson has had baby. We've had a new arrival into the hive. My incredible ops manager and owner of Pretty Practical has had her beautiful baby, Millie. And I was like, can we announce it? Am I allowed to say anything? But if both girls were asleep, they weren't asleep in her belly. They were asleep outside of Danielle's belly. And we are so happy and excited to have a new baby in the hive. And Daddy, we love you so much. We miss you, but please, you are not rushing coming back to work in the slightest. Abby, you love LinkedIn, very active on it. Good. Like, meet us over there, man. We're going to have a swarm over there. We're going to have a little invasion. Barcelona takeover, my win in the Kraken back at school. Yes. Oh my God. Has everyone's kids gone back to school now? Those of you that are parents, has everyone's kids gone back to school? I know it's Friday and they're just about to be off for the weekend again, but just that little bit of breathing space makes so much difference up here, right? Jojo Smith's creative branding is insane. It is, isn't it? All right, let's see your wins, Jojo. Nervous poo win for yourself. A stateside Zoom this afternoon for a potential speaking gig. Danny B inspired made me ready for this. You absolutely, yes, it did. Absolutely, yes, it did. I'm so proud of you. Wins for Rachie. More running in my exercise regime and started a play therapy course through a Set of Excellence. Nice. That sounds good. Even if I don't get the gig, considering it the hugest win, my speaker reel got me the Zoom call. Amazing. That's exactly what we create them for. Absolutely fantastic. Karen, win of the week is several in-person things planned for the rest of the year. Yes, love the connections and meeting new people. The world is opening back up now and it feels good. It feels so good. And I can't wait to be, I think I'm kicking things off. So we've got... this one, and then I've got loads of in real life speaking gigs. So I've got Be Inspired, of course, which feels like the kickoff to an October full of speaking gigs. So I'm speaking at Lisa Johnson's got a gig, an event that I'm speaking at. We've got Nikki James has got an event that I'm speaking at. I'm doing some work with some fantastic corporate companies, getting them ready for their speaking gigs. It is just really starting to pick up. I'm also going to Atomicon in November, if anybody's going to be up in the Newcastle area. Not just before we go to Barcelona. So if anyone is going to Atomicon, let me know. We can hook up, have a coffee. Charlie, I'm going to see you at Nikki's event. Yes. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Wins for me, Brigitte. Wins for me, website copy done. Oh, God, that is the best feeling. The worst when you're doing it, the best when you actually get it done. Almost finished my sales page. Get that done today. Box it off today. Have it. Nina, another win for me was going to an in-person event and not getting tied with the right introduction. I've forgotten how to talk and not getting tied with how to introduce yourself. I'm imagining that's what you said, as I now have my VBC, which is a vocal business card nailed. At the end, 2 people asked me for my details to follow and support me. Now, that is how you do it, Nina. Practicing how you introduce yourself when you go to these events is really, really, really important, because then you're not tying yourself up worrying about what it is you're going to say. You already know. You're not planning it. You're not shooting from the hip. You've almost kind of like rehearsed it, so you can just say it and then concentrate on connecting. So I'll actually be teaching you guys that for free in the IATQB Hive mid-October. So if you are wanting to speak more about your business, then you're going to want to come and hang out with us in the IATQB Hive, which is my free community. Good morning, Joanne Fisher. Great wins, everyone. We've just signed off on the new website that's going live next week, and signs up are also going well for my Get Legal Online Challenge next week. Congratulations. Joanne is also one of our phenomenal speakers for Be Inspired, talking about the space that we maybe need to create legally. No, we do need to create legally for people that are becoming parents. So there is a huge national campaign that Joanne is going to be kicking off, but she's kicking it off at Be Inspired. So blessed to have her there speaking with and for us as a part of Be Inspired. VBC swishing is the best feeling. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you guys, they're the wins this week. Please let me know what you're getting up to this weekend. What are you excited about? Do you know what? I'm fuming with myself because I did a live yesterday and I didn't need to have all of the branding on. I didn't have the Short Rise Up branding on. I'm fuming. How annoying that I've not put that up, Wallace would be having a little dicky fit if he knew, but he don't watch the show all the way through. So yeah, they are our wins for this week. Emma Holt shares with us her wins. Wins for me, realizing I need to not be too hard on myself. That is a win and a half. It's okay to walk away from my office when things get overwhelming. Yes, this is an interesting one, actually, Emma. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I get overwhelmed sometimes. When you've got a mission as big as I have, when you have work that involves keeping your family afloat, like many of you have, sometimes the pressure of that feels really claustrophobic. Now then, if you're in a pressure cooker, is it easy to think? And the answer is absolutely fucking not. So the act of walking away and giving yourself cause for pause is really, really important. What that allows you to do is twist the lid on the pressure cooker, release some of that pressure, and then come back to it a little bit more relaxed. And that is something that I'm having to really take time for on a regular basis at the moment. And that's not because I'm scared. It's everything to do with the fact that things are big. These levels that we create for ourselves as we move on up also bring with it a degree of the unknown, bring with it a degree of overwhelm. We don't acknowledge that in ourselves. We don't give ourselves any time to twist the lid on the pressure cooker and just allow it to spill over a little bit, ready to get the fuck back on with what it is that we want to do. So it's a huge, huge, huge win. That is recognizing that in yourself, stepping out, walking away, breathe, and then get the fuck back on it, which is something I'm a huge advocate of and something that I do myself. So yeah, I would be lying to you if I said to you that it's not something that I experience. It is on the regular. You can't do big things and not expect to feel big things, right? So if you are feeling big things, then you've got to give yourself some space to feel them. Once you felt them, then you can analyze them, and then you can make a plan and then crack the fuck back on. Now then, if you don't do that, chances are you'll crumble and the pot will crack, and nobody wants that. So great bit of recognition in yourself and a huge celebration from us to you, Emma, for recognizing that in yourself. And if that is something that you need to take into this weekend with you, Please take that into this weekend with you. Allow yourself some time this weekend to step back, to breathe, to allow yourself to become a voyeur of what's going on around you as opposed to an active participant, and that'll help you make better decisions. So this weekend for me is a bit of a busy one. I'm in Hampshire tomorrow, in singing for the fantastic Jigsaw Early Years company with the gorgeous Vanessa Dooley at their festival for the day. So I'll be setting up at arse crack of dawn tomorrow to go and do that. And then I'll be coming back on the same day. So that gives me the whole of Sunday to spend time with my girls. It has been a funny one. It continues to be a funny one energetically at the moment. I don't know what that means. It just feels a little bit weird at the minute. So please do give yourself some space. Joe, I'm peeping over. I did this to time out. Hang on. Time out as I move. I knew I would be overwhelmed moving. Son started school, trying to keep up with business. I took some more gigs to keep money in, but kept days free to breathe and sort home out. Excited to get back to it. Yes. Mel Robbins did a great live on Instagram yesterday about a quick exercise to deal with overwhelm. Really interesting. Ooh, post it in the Hive, Karen. Let us see what that is. Give us a little link to it. Hook us up. One of the things that I love about this community is just how much you guys have each other's back. So if you do find something that you think will be helpful in the Hive, get yourselves over there. Give us the link so we can all go and check it out. Right. That's it from me. And the numbers are 1111 on there. We've got 11 watches at the moment and 11 likes and loves. I'm here for the angel numbers, whatever they may mean, if not just creating a little bit more intention. But I do hope you have an incredible weekend. Please do make a move. Get your Be Inspired tickets now. I'm going to be sending you out an email today with another speaker reveal. Let's keep your peepers peeled for that. And also on the socials if you're not on my email list. Thank you, every single one of you that regularly reaches out to me to tell me that you enjoy the show, that responds to the emails when I send them and posts in the Hive. The very fact that you guys engage with me just as much as I engage with you fills my heart up and is sunshine on sometimes dark days. So thank you for being my friend as much as I appreciate the opportunity to be yours. You guys are incredible. I will see you bright and breezy on Monday for setting our intentions for the week, for showing up, wising up and rising up together. I will see you then. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.